Hello friends, myself R D Mahajan, Assistant Professor, MIT, Aurangabad. Today I am discussing an important problem from Fourier Transform. Find the Fourier Sine Transform of f of x is equals to e raised to minus ax divided by x. Here we require to obtain Fourier Sine Transform. Therefore, a given function f of x is equals to e raised to minus ax divided by x. This is given function, and then Fourier Sine Transform is given by or obtained by fs lambda is equals to root 2 by pi integration from 0 to infinity f of u sine of lambda u du. By using this formula we can obtain Fourier Sine Transform, and therefore it is equals to root 2 by pi integration from 0 to infinity, substituting the value of f of u, replacing x by u in this term, we get e raised to minus au divided by u into sine of lambda u du. Okay, here there are three terms of u, and as it is a product of three terms of u, integration is not possible directly. Therefore, we call this as equation 1. Then in this equation 1 we consider let that integral of lambda, I of lambda, as integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus au by u sine of lambda u du. We call this equation 2. This one as I of lambda. Then it is a function of two variables. One is u, another is lambda, and therefore differentiating to with respect to lambda, and therefore we get derivative of this as di by d lambda, and on right hand side, as it is function of two independent variables lambda and u, we have to differentiate it partially. Therefore dou by dou lambda of integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus au by u divided by u into sine of lambda u du. Then here we use one important theorem by using differentiation under integral sign theorem. By this theorem, these two operators we can change. We can change these two operations, and therefore by applying that we get di by d lambda is equals to this. I can take outside and this inside, and therefore it is integration from 0 to infinity dou by dou lambda of e raised to minus au divided by u into sine of lambda u, and then its integration with respect to u. This is equals to integration from 0 to infinity. When we are differentiating with respect to lambda, second variable is a constant, that terms of u are constant term, therefore e raised to minus au and that divided by u as constant term, we can take it outside, and then the remaining terms we have to differentiate with respect to lambda, therefore dou by dou lambda of sine lambda u. We call this as equation that is equals to it is integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus au divided by u as it is. Derivative of sine lambda u with respect to lambda, derivative of sine is cos of lambda u, and chain rule, derivative of lambda u with respect to lambda is u, and then its integration with respect to u. This u get cancelled, and therefore we have this is di by d lambda, and therefore we get di by d lambda is equals to u get cancelled, we have integration from 0 to infinity of e raised to minus au into cos of lambda u. Again it is in the standard form of integration, e raised to x cos of bx dx, therefore applying that result as we have used this in almost all the problems, therefore we know that integration of e raised to x cos of bx, its integration with respect to x is equals to e raised to ax divided by a square plus b square multiplied by a cos bx plus b sine of bx. Okay, and therefore to apply this, we have to compare these two results. We get x as u, a as the coefficient of u in this term, it is minus a, and b coefficient of x in this term, here coefficient of u as lambda. Therefore using these values and that result, we get di by d lambda is equals to the first term is e raised to x, means here it is e raised to minus au divided by a square plus b square minus a bracket square, it is a square plus b square means lambda square multiplied by a cos bx minus a cos of lambda u plus b is lambda sine of lambda u bracket close, outer bracket close, and then limits from 0 to infinity. Substituting the limits, when we substitute the upper limit, we get e raised to minus infinity, as we know that its value is 0, and for lower limit it is e raised to 0 as 1, and therefore we get for upper limit this becomes 0 into any number, we get 0 minus lower limit e raised to 0 as 1 divided by a square plus lambda square multiplied by cos 0 1, therefore it is minus a, sine 0 is 0, that term is 0. And therefore we have that value as minus minus it become plus a divided by a square plus lambda square. This is the value of di by d lambda. Okay. Then integrating both the sides with respect to lambda. Integrating with respect to lambda, and therefore integration of di by d lambda with respect to lambda is equals to integration of a divided by a square plus lambda square with respect to lambda. We get integration of derivative cancel each other. We get I of lambda as a constant outside. Integration of 1 upon a square plus lambda square is tan inverse of lambda by a divided by a plus constant of integration capital A. So that this a get cancelled, we get this one as tan inverse of lambda by a plus capital A as equation number 3. And therefore put lambda is equals to 0 in equation 3. We get I of 0 is equals to tan inverse of 0 plus E, the value of 0 plus A, and therefore it implies we get A is equals to I of 0. Okay, and therefore to obtain the value of I of 0, we put lambda equals to 0 in equation 2. Therefore, I of 0, substituting lambda equals to 0 in this equation, we get I of 0 is equals to integration from 0 to infinity, sine of 0, sine 0 is 0, 0 into anything is, we get 0 du, and as no term or that value is 0, this term becomes 0. And therefore we get I of 0 is equals to 0. Substituting here in this, therefore we get A is equals to I of 0, and the value of I of 0 is 0. We get A is equals to 0. Substituting that value in equation 3, that equation 3 becomes I of lambda is equals to tan inverse of lambda by A plus this A, the value of A is 0, therefore plus 0, and therefore we get that value as I of lambda is equals to, we have as tan inverse of lambda by A. This is the value of I of lambda. We put that value in equation 1 using it in equation 1 we get, and therefore that Fourier Sine transform fs lambda is equals to root 2 by pi into this integral which we are calling as I of lambda, and the value of that I of lambda we have obtained as tan inverse of lambda by E as required Fourier Sine transform. Okay, therefore this is the required value. Therefore, this is some different type of problem where I am applying that differentiation under integral sign theorem. By that theorem, we can interchange that two operators, operator of derivative and operator of integration, so that we can obtain the value of that integral. Otherwise, that value is not possible as it is a product of three terms. Therefore, remember that step. Therefore, this is the important problem as exam point of view. If you are watching my videos, please like and share it, as well as subscribe to my channel for latest updates. Thank you very much.